All right. Good morning, everyone, guys. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Oh. Good morning, everyone. Just all right. I can't hear. We're just making sure everything's working correctly. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So we did have huge movement overnight. So we got a big opening week gap to the downside, about 200 points. Let's see, opening week gap. 21,580. Got the week gap in. No news today. So we had big moves overnight, so it could be choppy this morning. So just have to kind of just watch that as it. So we've just been pretty much just running up since what 680, what 642. Let's see. We got Manzini's plans for the day. Oh. All right. All right. We've had a lot of support down at the 710s. Where are we at? 706. So we're going to look for that 700 to hold up this morning and kind of go from there. Mhm. All right. Mm. Got a pretty insane wick down here. All right. Should be good to go. Good morning, Java. How was your weekend? Pretty good weekend myself. It was just cold here, so I didn't really get to go outside a lot. I'm looking forward to springtime to get outside more this year. Java, I'm thinking it may be choppy today, man. I don't really know because, anytime we get some big move overnight and no news Monday, it could just be some crappy price action this morning, man, be a Monday. So I'm just going to approach with cautious when it comes to funded accounts this morning. Hopefully we can get some kind of green going. I definitely need to get my funded accounts built back up because, man, this one, my one funded account took a pretty big hit from those 4 losses in a row. It seems like I get so many winning trades, but man, you go to take that funded and boom, L. That's just, I don't know what it is. I really got to stop trading that funded the first 30 minutes because all my winning trades always come between 9 and 11 or 10 and 11. Have you been staying pretty consistent about not blowing maybe funded accounts, Java? Have you been just trying to? I didn't know. Have you want tilt on any of your fundeds at all? All right, guys, we got less than 10 seconds before the market opens. Man, this thing can just go straight up. I wonder. I mean, that was a big rip back off the 200 EMA. Little fake out there to the upside. Got a lot of liquidity down at the 690s. That's some pretty interesting price action right now. I mean, look at these big 1 minute candles. This is how your day gets ruined here. Oh yeah. If I take a trade in the first 30 minutes, it's going to be eval only, Java. I really got to get better about not trading funded that first 30 minutes, because I feel like that's where all my losing funded trades come from, is that first 30 minutes. God, I feel like the 700s is the target this morning. Right now, you're going to probably need like a 20-point stop loss. These things are huge. Let's see if we can break this 50 here. Like I said, I still feel like probably what, 720s, 715s. If we get through that level, we got a lot of mess right there in that level than your 700s. And usually that's a down. Got a little bitty green candle. Man. Let's see if that's going to pay off. I was wondering, because a lot of times you get that little bitty freaking green candle with a big wick. Usually that means it's going to be pushing down. I don't know if it will, but just by watching charts a lot. It's the opening, so the opening is not always normal candle pattern, so it's usually little wonky. I mean, I feel like got the baby red. Man, we're probably gonna get this huge move one way or the other. Then we'll just have to wait for a pullback. This usually don't go very well with my type of trading strategy because I use a tight stop loss. And right now, you got candles moving 40 points, 30 points in 1 minute candles. That's tough. All right. We still got about 10 minutes left before we get our 15-minute opening range set. I think that'll probably be the smarter of the move if we're going to look for an eval trade within the first 30 minutes. Is wait for this 15 minutes to set up. So to the upside, if we can find a long, I'm definitely going to probably target up to the 850s and 860s with the runner if we can find an entry here. So if you're new here, this is definitely like pretty normal whenever we have like say 200 to 300 point of movement overnight. And there's the no news morning. So this is also a Monday. So a no news Monday with a big move overnight. Usually it kind of equals chop starting out. That's why we kind of put that in the chat. So you can like, more likely it's going to be choppy this morning, at least for the first 15 minutes to the first hour. So I'm either going to look for the big move up. I'm also over to the side. I got trading view support resistant lines. Like I said, we got a lot of support down in the right below the 700s, between the 680s to 700s. There's a lot of bounce zones, and we've already bounced off that area quite a. Let me pull that over here real quick. So you can see how many times we bounced here out of the 680s. So, and these are on 5-minute charts. Then to the upside, we got a huge 15 minutes of support up here. So this is where I'm kind of just getting, eyeballing some of my targets if we're able to get an entry. More likely you're going to sit here and it's just going to be a big move out of nowhere. That's a lot of times what happens. Like all you can do is sit here and watch. Either you can try to get in and be one or two move earlies. That's a lot of my cases. I'll try to time the move and I'll end up being in one move too early and I get stopped out. Then literally the next candle is like 100-point move. Ooh, that's a man. And we got like a nice little 1-minute trend line here, man. These are such trappy plays. So like, some of my early day trading, I see this big candle breaking out. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna jump in that. Then literally it'll just be a full body wick. Then it just trades back down freaking 30 points. So right now you're looking at about 20-point candles. So just remember that if your entry is not literally on a nice support and resistance line with these 20-point candles, you can so easy to get stopped out if you got a tight stop loss. And a lot of times that's what happens with me because I'm playing with a 10-point stop loss. So I end up getting stopped out. Whenever this right here is usually some of my worst days trading. I felt like in the past is whenever I'm trying to trade, whenever we have like your average candle size is like more than 20. So it makes it tough. So we still got about 3.5 minutes or so for our 15-minute setup. I think that might be the key this morning. If we can get above the 15-minute close and pull back and find support, and hopefully that'll give us a good indicator which way we're going this morning. And you can also do that on the 5-minute too. So a lot of times which this morning they're so close. I mean, literally between the 5-minute opening candle and the 15 minutes is literally less than 10 points right now. All right. There comes another 5. See, this is where they're getting people sometimes, like on those earlier moves. You see that big breakout candle, then literally it'll just wick all the way back down. All right, so here comes the breakout. That's kind of what we were saying. You might just get that breakout out of nowhere. What is that, about 30 points above this mid-session? Also, look at there. Boom, look at the pullback. Insane. What a trap. Oh my God, dude, it's just wrecking people. So that was a bounce off your 5-minute candle. You see that nice pullback right there? That was a retest of your 5-minute opening range candle there. So that's something similar that we're looking for on the 15 minutes. Then into the macro time, getting that last 10 minutes of the hour. Also, if you're new here, so what these little white lines you see on my charts, these are the different time zones that we watch. So this first set's your 5-minute time close of the candle. This is the high and low of the 5-minute candle. And this next one is going to be your 15 minutes. I like that we broke out of this little 1-minute trend. So if we can get some kind of little bull flag set up, maybe we can look for an entry here on an eval. The best is whenever you get a little bear or bull flag built back into your 15-minute opening range candle. Like I said, we got really good support up to the 860s, 870s. It looks like there's a lot of support and resistance up there. So, and you got a pivot sitting there at 844. So definitely some targets to the upside. Oh, come on. All right. Here's our 15 minutes. It's set at the 800. if this is gonna, let's see if we get the bounce off the 9 here. Let's see if that 5-minute candle holds up. We just bounced off the 5-minute. Oh, sold right back through the thing. I don't feel like it's. See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that was a freaking trap if you try to get long there. Just didn't look normal. Mm. No, we're dumping. Yeah. Here comes our macro time. Okay. Dude, this is insane right now. Let's see if we break back above this 5-minute candle. Nope, we're hitting it. See if we can, see if it'll go down still. So what we did there is we waited for that retest of that 5-minute opening range candle. So we're going to shoot for the VWAP down here. Actually, let me look and see where we can. 42. Shoot for 40 here. So this really wasn't. Oh, runner didn't get nothing. That wasn't like a funded trade or anything, but a eval. I was going to take a chance. So what I was looking at when we took this, I got it outlined here. You see this little candle box here? This is your 5-minute close. So basically, see how we push below the 5-minute? We push back within the 5-minute candle. This big red candle pushed up, found support, and so that's where we decided to get long at. But these big candles, man, they're just devastating how big they are. Let's see if we get back above this 5 minutes. See, right now we're still finding support here at that 5-minute opening range. Yeah. Getting back above that 5 minutes. The macro time, we got the 15 minutes up here at the 05s. We also look at some, like, we got some equal highs sitting right there, so we could just hit there and reverse. Oh, my goodness. Oh, come on. That could have. Ooh, this stuff is brutal this morning, Java. It's brutal. We're still bouncing off that 5 minutes. Have you tried anything this morning, Java? I mean, we're finding support at that 5-minute candle, but man, it's like everything's such a big fake out that it's so hard to trust these. There's been tons of fake out this morning. The fake outs have been insane. There looks like your equal highs that are sitting right there. It looks like we had equal highs sitting there at 90. That's what I was saying. Like it could just push there and pop back. Man, this crap has to look ugly on the 15-minute chart. Ooh. Kind of looks like an ugly little bear flag, but who knows? What do we got? 1 minute left before the 10 o'clock candle. So maybe this is where we'll get some volatility in the market here. Goodness. Boy, look at them fake outs. Fake outs are for real. Oh, these fake outs are insane. Goodness. So we need to break this swing right here, then get a pullback. That would be your best setup to make a higher here. Get above here. There's your 15-minute break. See if we can finally make a little swing here. I wouldn't think it would push back below this here. Let's see if we're gonna. That's the top of these wicks from that previous comes a 15-minute retest. If the 15 minutes going to hold, you need to see the 800s hold up here. Nope. Why you got to wait for a little bounce or pop off it a couple times. me try this one more time on an eval, and it may fail. It's looking kind of weak too. So I think this is kind of a 50-50 here if this is going to continue higher. This will just put us back to break even if we lose this. I'm going to take some risk off this because it's struggling. Oh, come on. I hate that it's struggling to move. So we're just going to go to break even because I don't like the fact that it's struggling. Can always get another entry if it pulls back. Maybe something more comfortable. And he almost hit the 10 points. Looks like we hit 9. We hit there right at it. I hate these trades here, man. You get in a long and you're trying to see if it's, oh, whoa. Don't know what that was. Woo. Boner. Ooh. So we'll either get our target up there at 65 or we're going to come back and just get stopped out for 10 points. We were fairly patient on that 15-minute breakout. You could have been faked out. And I've been trying not to take my 15 minutes too early. So we pulled back below the 15 minutes there and bounced off the 9. Luckily we printed right below above the 15. So that's why it made me kind of like that a little better once we printed right above this 15-minute candle. Now up here, if we get up into the 900s, I mean, we're a long ways away from that crap, but we will definitely be looking for shorts up in that area. That was right off that pivot, guys. Am I mic? Oh, there goes one pivot. If we get above this 44 pivot, I think that's where I'm going to try to take my profit at. Like, at least that'll be my next target up. It's going to be that 44. Not take my profit, but, you know, put my TP right there underneath that 44. Because we could hit that other TP at 57 and then literally just come back down like 50, 60 points. So actually, we may shoot for 60. Because actually, my actual target, if I was targeting to the upside, is going to be 70. But ain't no use risking $10, $20 off one contract. All right, we're at that pivot. Let's see if it holds. That's at 44. Got a 44 pivot. Then you got another one. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, well. Unfortunately, that was probably going to be my best trade of the day. And it happened to be on an eval, guys. That's the only thing that sucks. I may try with 2 micros and see if we can get a pullback to the 9 or the 20 and just risk a little bit of the profit trying that and just see how high we can go based off the 9 EMA. Ah, no. Guys, this is just a I think trade. Man, I almost want to do the 26, honestly, because we could pull back and fill in this gap here. That's the only thing that worries me. But it's just 2 micros, and we're up 264 so far this morning. I don't like that it keeps. If I don't feel like this is going to bounce the right way, we may close it early. Oh, see, we just missed it. I'm not going to risk no more than a few points off of that because it doesn't look like it wants to bounce. Like I said, 2 micros. Right now, we're just in it for 5 points. So what's that? 20 bucks, 30 bucks. Now for 3. So if we can't bounce off this 9 here, break even. Come on, give me the 10 points at least. There we go. Whoa, the 9 to 26 was the spot. Man, I knew I should have chose the 26, man. That's another little thing I've been watching here. If we break above the 50, most of the time we will pull back to the 25, 26. Did you not see that perfectly? Look, there's your 50 break, 51. Where did we pull back to? It's insane how often that happens. 26 on the dot. But I just haven't really figured out a strategy how to get that and how often it works. We're going to take at least 10 points out of this in case it comes back. All right, now we should get a 21 pullback, I would think, because more likely now we probably want to clear out this gap. We'll have to see what happens. A lot of times if you bounce off the 9 and it can't continue higher, then we'll kind of anticipate a deeper pullback. So far, a pretty good morning. We're up 308. So been a good morning so far. Do we get that gap fill? That was another little 9 bounce. Man, that was another 10 points off of that 9 EMA. The dirty 9, guys. Is the 9 going to be paying all day? We just pull back by the 9. We need a good trending day. I can live with that. Like I said, 860s, maybe up to 920. 920 could be a possible target. If you're looking at your 15-minute support and resistance here. What is that? 993. Oh. Man, we need that 21. I feel like you gotta get that 21 pullback here. Then if you do push below the 21, you'll probably hit this imbalance gap here at the what 18s. Hopefully everybody's having an okay morning. We've actually have gotten a couple good entries so far this morning. We've taken, what's that, 3 or 2 trades this morning. We're up $308 so far this morning. We've taken one off our 15 minutes. And the other one we took off. Oh, wait, I took a short here off the 5 minute, a reversal off the 5 minutes. That's when it was. Then we took a support level 15-minute opening ranged play. And this trade here, we took this little bear flag pullback back to the 9 EMA. We had to sit through a little bit of red, but not too much. I'm anticipating maybe a 21 EMA pullback or even a pullback into this fair value gap here to kind of fill in that gap before we move higher. I feel like we could definitely got room to move up to the 900s. I mean, everything looks really good as far as like a nice trend. You got all of your EMAs kind of spread out into a fan. So you got your 9 here, your 21 here, and this is your 50. 200's way back down here. VWAP's way back down here. The only way I don't get an entry, a lot of times I struggle with these type of entries. This is kind of where we barcode sideways, and then we'll just get that huge candle out of nowhere. I don't do very good at those entries. What time is it? And we still got about 10 more minutes before our opening range is set up, or IBH. Right now, your IBH high is sitting at 856. And that's actually a really good spot. I wouldn't mind even seeing this hold, push up above here, then come back and you find support at your IBH slash a pivot. So kind of like a little double whammy there. Oh, man. Woo. All right. This is going to be the 20 touch. The 20 touch. It could just happen really quick. I almost want to go like two little micros and see if it'll bounce or not. Now, these are just kind of I think trades. There's no guarantee whenever you're playing EMA bounces, guys. You can either get the really good 10-point bounce or you can just get wrecked instantly. So that's just a chance you take with some of these EMA bounces. The key is once it bounces, you kind of want to go to break even fairly quick. Doesn't look like we're going to get it. Looks like it made a lower high and just... So I won't take that. We've already tried to push it and we didn't get it. Nice. Kind of wait to see if this... wonder if this little pivot here is going to hold at the 57s. I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. It's hard to buy when we're this high up. I mean, I feel like we still got plenty of room to the upside. If you kind of... Like I said, 90 what I would be looking for. Let's see. Actually, we're getting ready to hit into that zone at 70. And if we get above 70, oh man, I feel like definitely up there to 900. Now we cannot get above these 70s. We could be anticipating a pretty good size reversal. Eh. If it was gonna go down, I wanted it to be like an acceleration kind of move back down. We got back below that pivot there. Couldn't break through the 70s. Nice. If we're gonna look for longs, we're gonna wait and make sure we get above 70. But as long as we stay below 70s, we're gonna be looking for pullbacks. And that's also where your IBH is sitting to. You might get one more push up here if we're not going to continue higher because you got equal highs that's sitting there at your IBH or close to it. All right, here comes your 70. Just broke this. Oh man, we still got 2 minutes left before the freaking IBH. There's that 70 break. It's kind of what we were saying about those 70s guys. Mm. Mm. All right, there comes that 70 break again. 70's been a wall, guys. If we can get through these 70s, I think we got a good chance to push up to 920, 900s. All right, so if you like to play the IBH, your IBH is sitting at 873, guys. That's how I play the IBH. You can either do a 50-50 trade, which is you anticipate the breakout above it, or you wait for the breakout retest. And I feel like the retest is probably gonna be better here just because of that 70s. There's support at that 70 range where we keep bouncing. That's why I said I wouldn't look for another long unless we get above the 70s. Right now, we're just kind of sidestepping in small little candles up and higher off your 9 EMA here. That's for anybody that likes to play the 9 EMA. That's kind of where we thought once we bounced off that 90 the first time, we'd get a deeper pullback since we done tried multiple times, but it didn't push down like we was hoping for. So as right now, we just keep kind of bouncing off the 9. All right. Is it going to be the the big boner candle out of the 73s, or is it just going to sidestep, trap some people who try to buy the breakout and pull back? That's why a lot of times I don't buy the breakout no more. Sounds like a methodical man's anticipating the breakout over there. We are getting above that 70 level. I like that. Like I said, that 70 level was a lot of support. That 70s. We had some resistance there at the 70s. All right, here's the breakout. Not really. You really want to see like say a 20-point move. Like I wouldn't mind seeing a push up to the 90s, then have a pullback back into the 70s. That would be I think a better setup than just trying to anticipate the breakout here. Man. Come on. Oh, comes another little breakout. Is it going to go? That was a really weak retest. Just really no entries here. Like I said, you want to see at least a 20-point move to the upside above your IBH if you're going to play that on the pullback. You don't want to see it go up, what, 5-6 points. Most of the ones I've tried doing that, they don't hold most of the time. Or you'll have to sit through some pullback here. Dude, we just keep bouncing off the non-EMA over. Okay, maybe this is... And that was another retest of the 70. I mean, so... Man, that 70 range. The 70 is... Let's see. It's still crappy. What's going on? My mouse froze. Making some lower highs. Got a little 1 minute trend line here. You're bouncing off the 70s. Mm. right now, guys, it's just a slow grind. Like I said, I mean, freaking. Did we make it to the 90? Got there close, about 88. That's usually about normal. See, this right here, it makes it difficult. Usually, you want this to all to be one move whenever you want to join this IBH here. You just want it to go through like this, one swept move, then pull back and bounce. Usually, whenever I see this type of price action, we're just bouncing, 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 bouncing. And usually, I just try to stay away from it because I don't trust it anymore. Because I've tried to take these in the past and I'll just get stopped out. Then I'll finally miss the breakout. So I just try to stay away from these altogether when it starts doing this. Let's see if we get below the 70 here. Nice little 20 bounce. Hmm. Mm. I'm just going to risk. like 4 points. If it comes back below the whatever the, what do you want to call it? Now we're just in it for 2. We're just trying to get our break even fast, just because it's this kind of price action. All right. We're going to risk a little bit on this since it's only 1 micro left. We only traded 3. There was the first official 90 break, so we could get a pull back into the 70s here. So we're just gonna hold still. It's just 1 micro, guys. Either we're looking for somewhat of a decent move or just lose a few dollars. We sold the first 2 contracts. We started off with 3. There's a 9. We do not want to lose 70. I'm going to do 67. If we lose that 70, we'll start looking for shorts again. Do not want to lose that 70. We don't want to get below this previous low or previous swing here. Let's keep making these higher highs right here. Continue higher. Might even have a nice little, see if we get a nice little bull flag set up here. Mm. Oh, my camera froze, guys. My camera froze. It's like, take a picture. It'll last longer. It's pretty much. Oh. All right. So this time I'm going to go to break even if we do get back up there, because that means we've already tested this area once again. And there's just so many times you're going to keep testing this area before we sell off. Hopefully we don't have to have a 50 EMA pullback. That's a big possibility. Big possibility. We're in the macro time too. All right, so it looks like we're going to get stopped out on this one. Or not stopped out. We just didn't get anything on a runner. We just risked a little bit on that. There's that 70 target that we've talked about quite a bit. I'm going to play this 70. We're in, what, 6 points for this one. Oh, is that thing going to bounce off the freaking... Took out these previous lows. Come on. I just don't want to get wicked out. Ah. The 3 micros. We're still up 290. Just, what, lost a little bit off that. We're in the 300. So I think we lost like $30 or $40 off those little couple moves. We're just down to trading 3 micros, guys. So what we're doing is we're just trying to get that first 10 points, then look for a big runner. I thought that was going to be the 70 break. See how we're still just kind of hovering around that 70? I thought once we broke that 70 that we'd have a deeper pullback into your like 50 EMA here at the 57s and the 50s. We're getting back below our IBH here because we've struggled to move above it. So most of the time when that's the case, we'll have a decent pullback. Looks like we're losing it. We're gonna lose it. What do we got to the 55? We'll try it one more time here. One more time. This will be the last time I try to short the 70. We'll try to stay in it a little bit. Oh, shoot. I couldn't move it. I was trying to move my stop loss right above the 70 there, and it didn't get there in time. Oh, well. Ugh. Man, we're also in the macro time. I mean, usually you get that big move here in the last 10 minutes, and it's the second one. So we could not get below the 70. We tried multiple times. As you can see, we're the Bulls and Bears are just kind of in a battle here at the 70s. if the Bulls are going to win. I can't try that again. I tried that twice already, the break of the 70. Is it going to go this time? It'll probably go without me this time. I just can't take it a third time. One time we broke even, then the next time we lost a little bit on it. Not much, just like 3 or 4 points. But, man, I done been faked out twice, and so we don't want to try it again. I'm glad I didn't take it. See what I mean? It's like the 70 is just a magnet at the moment. Oh. What time is it? 10 o'clock? 11 o'clock? Really need to get some separation between your 9 and 20 here. I think as long as those two are on top of each other, it's going to be kind of choppy. Man, I just don't know if this is a fake out. It's so tempting. Oh. Uh, next high is up there at what, 95? Yeah. See, had a nice engulfing candle. Ooh. I was hoping that was going to be the breakout candle since we're in the macro time. But man, that thing hit around those 90s and just died. So if you're taking trades in the 80s, that's something you need to be careful of when you're trading around those 90s because it can reverse on you really quick, just as you kind of saw here where it just pushes up and stalls. Shoot. Dang. Ooh. So those last little losses probably cost us what, 27 plus another 10, about 40, $50 that we've lost on those last little kind of catch those breakouts. So that's the bottom of the range. So you don't want to be getting short here at 65 because of how many times we freaking hit this range here. Man, I feel like we lose that 50, we could have a big reversal here. Look at that, bottom of that range again. Hmm. Right now, guys, we're just kind of consolidating sideways. It's either going to have a big breakout to the upside or downside. It's just kind of like that 50-50 at the moment. Unless you're good at, you know, I feel like we need to pull back. I mean, it's kind of pulling into lunch hour. Usually you'll get like a 50% pullback from this morning from the move up. We got all the lows from overnight. Finally lost that 70. We just kind of have to get out of this range here. The 200s all the way down at the 809s. Just didn't know if that was going to be a fake out below that opening range box there. Got a little pivot down there. I mean, a pivot, wick. See if that 50 EMA is going to hold back up for the pullback here. Hmm. Dude, this thing is just wrecking people today, guys. I mean, this thing is just no good follow through. I mean, we have not really had any moves since what, 10:30? 10:30 this morning? I mean, it's been rough. Man, I don't know if this is going to be a fake out. We're getting back above the IBH here. We'll try it. Kind of get my wrists off the table a little bit just in case that thing does pop back on me. We're only in it for 3 points, maybe 4. We'll do 4. This way, if we do get faked out, it's not a, what, 4-point loss. Okay. We're trying to keep our stops, or, keep it small. This way, we're not just destroying our whole profit just in case it, because we haven't been having no continuation. Everything's just been stalling. Nah. Getting super tight here. It's damn it. Man, I just don't know if these are fake outs to the downside. Everything just seems like such a fake out. Have these pivots there also, because I thought we were going to get a little breakdown right here. Then see if we lose this pivot here. Man, the no follow through has been insane today. What's up, Pine Tree? How are you doing today? We've taken a lot of little winners, but we've taken a couple losses. These last ones, just trying to catch the breakout above 70 and a breakout above the IBH here on an eval. We didn't take any funded trades today, so it's just been an eval. Whenever I saw we had that big move overnight, and no news this morning, I thought we'd be pretty choppy today, and it has not let us down. We've had somewhat of a little moves here and there, but it's been choppy for most part. Like, this is really hard price action, especially when you get these big, like, engulfing candles and with no good follow through. Like, they just hit the brakes. Like, I was trying to short this pivot here. Woo. Yeah, my best trade this morning was probably off the 15 minutes opening range trade. I mean, definitely this 18 down here is a target. I mean, also got that wick at the 25s or at the 26s. So There's a... All right. This gotta lose this pivot here. We could get a complete pop off this pivot. That's kind of, I don't know. I wish I'd have got long at this previous pivot. That way, you at least had 10 points in between the two. All right. Yeah. Well, let's see if we can get another entry here. I don't like the fact that we're bouncing off that pivot there. And we're just kind of just trapped in between this range of 57 to 44. I wish I'd have got long off the 50 or short off the 57. This way we could have played the pivots off of each other. Because see what it is, we had a fail fair value gap here, inversion type play. So it could still go along. Well, we can probably get another entry. That was just a break-even trade. Make sure my thing is set up right. Yeah. Oh, come on. That was the retest. I was hoping for the retest of this fair value gap here. Ah, come on. We're going to get stopped out. All right, that kind of put us down to 80 bucks of the day. I think that's probably going to be our last one because I think we continue trading at this lunch hour. It's just going to get worse and worse. I was trying to... Dude, that's the worst. I haven't done that in a little while, but I've done that my fair share of times. We had a pretty good morning. We've been trying to add to our profit on this eval. We didn't take any funded trades today, but unfortunately, we done took about 2 or 3 back-to-back losses here. That's kind of the dangerous side of trading around pivots here. Here, I wouldn't consider a long unless we can get back above the 70 range. As you can see, we're still just tapping at 70s. It's been like that for the last couple hours. Well, did you able to minimize your loss on it, Eric? Hmm. Dude, guys, this price action is brutal at the moment. There's another pivot break. I tried this earlier, tried to get that little pivot break, and I got in too late. Then we bounced off the freaking second pivot at the 44s. Ugh. What time is it? 11:30. All right, maybe we'll get something. This is gonna be your London close. Ooh. Yeah, we're waiting for something to happen, Ponzi. Man, this has been brutal just watching, waiting, because I mean we have not hardly moved at all since what, 9 o'clock? We've just been just nice little consolidation. It's been tough. we're in a what, like a 30-point range from the 40s up to the 70s for most part, 80s. So the typical no news Monday with big moves overnight has not let us down. So if you want to pick a Monday not to trade, if you look at the overnight session and we got 300 points of moving and no news, the market's going to be pretty tough the next morning during the New York session. If we didn't have the pivots at the 44, I mean, I hate that our 9 and 20 is so far away from this 44. Yeah, it's like a lot of fake outs. I feel like we could possibly still move up. I mean, we got a nice little 1 minute trend line going here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, already 4 hits on it. I just don't know how deep of a pullback we're going to have. All right, there's the one pivot break. What's up, Aaron? How are you doing? Oh, there's that pivot break. Or could we? I mean, I feel like definitely we could get a push back down into the 18s. We'll give it one more try. Now, this is just a I think trade, guys. This is no setup here. These are just playing the pivot levels. This can go either way on you. Like, I wouldn't take this on a funded account trade. This is just eval only. Ooh, might get her face ripped off. Ooh. Man, we might end up in the red after being up $300. That's what happens when you overtrade. Mm. 35 out there. Ah, that's a bummer. I didn't like seeing that little curl there. Uh-oh. My charts froze or something happened? Not really sure. Uh-oh. Is my thing still working? My charts froze. Hello? Still there? Yeah. That's like, did my stream freeze? Come on. Yeah, my charts froze. I'm stuck at 52. Where are we actually at? 53? Frozen. Yours did the same? Come on. Oh well. I mean, if it hits 56, we're stopped out anyway. So at least we'll know what'll happen. I'm not sure what's going on with the ninja charts here. I don't remember what that level there is. Right now, guys, our ninja charts are frozen up. All right, so we would have been stopped out there anyway. Well, hopefully, if anybody's counts get blown, hopefully whoever you're trading with will fix it. Well, did we not? Let's see. Did anybody's ninja come back? Everybody's ninja still kind of frozen. Okay, my stop loss would have been hit there. So I guess we're just going to close down ninja and just call it a morning. Not really sure. I think I've heard other people in other streams talk about their ninjas stop too. Yeah, so it's not even letting, even if I disconnect, guys, it's still just kind of stuck. Yeah, it sucks. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching this morning. I'm not really sure what's going to happen with that account because it still says it's open. I hear it must be a Riptic issue because I hear other streamers saying that some other platforms are frozen too. So it has to be a Riptic issue. Let me reconnect and see what happens. Let's see if it'll come back. Maybe if it messed up your account, they'll reset it or something if you were in an account that matters. Ooh. Yeah, right now it looks like it's not even letting me reconnect. Oh well. Hey guys, thanks everyone for the chat today. Hopefully you're not stuck in like an important trade with your charts frozen. It has to be a Ripnik issue because I hear Methodical Man said even his take profit trader accounts frozen. So it has to be across multiple platforms. Or is it? Did it come back? No, his came back. So not really sure. All right, guys, everyone have a good morning.